Welcome back to Stoic Pathways, where we delve into timeless wisdom and practical strategies for leading a more fulfilling and grounded life. Today, we're exploring a powerful concept, the game of life, and how to master it. This idea, rooted in classical philosophy and spiritual teachings, serves as a guide for navigating life's challenges and triumphs with confidence and clarity. Imagine life as a game, one with simple yet profound rules. How you approach challenges, seize opportunities, and handle setbacks can greatly influence your overall happiness and success. In today's episode, we'll outline 9 essential principles that can help you navigate this game, from harnessing the power of your words to fostering discipline, love, and intuition. These insights will empower you to move through life with wisdom and strength. If you find value in this episode, please like and subscribe to Stoic Pathways for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. And don't hesitate to share this with friends and family. It could be just what they need to hear. Let's dive in. Life truly resembles a game, and understanding how to play it is vital for finding fulfillment and peace. The stakes are high, and the rules can often seem vague. Yet, once you learn to navigate this game, life can become significantly easier. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This highlights that much of life's experience is shaped by our mindset. How we respond to challenges and the thoughts we nurture determine our reality. In this game, your mindset is your most powerful asset. Life isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about knowing how to respond when they arise. Each challenge you face is like a level in the game, and your decisions are your moves. Approaching these challenges with wisdom and patience allows you to progress, while letting fear or frustration take the reins can leave you stuck. As Epictetus taught, we may not control events, but we can control our reactions. Remember, focus on your responses rather than the events themselves. Consider a real-world scenario. You're at work, and a major project collapses due to factors beyond your control. Many might panic or assign blame. In the game of life, success comes from stepping back, reassessing, and calmly deciding on the best course of action. Marcus Aurelius would remind you that true solutions often lie within. It's how you approach problems that determines your success in the game. Another crucial lesson is that while you can't choose the cards you're dealt, you can decide how to play them. Some start with every advantage, wealth, connections, opportunities, but fail to leverage them. Conversely, others with little to begin with can build remarkable lives simply by knowing how to navigate the game. As Albert Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Success isn't about having the best hand. It's about how you move forward with what you have. Flexibility is also essential in this game. Life will throw unexpected challenges your way, and just like any game, the rules can change at any moment. The Stoics emphasized adaptability, with Seneca advising, "Throw me to the wolves, and I will return leading the pack." Resilience is key. No matter what happens, adapt, grow, and keep playing. When life changes, don't resist. Learn the new rules and find a way to succeed. Finally, remember that this game isn't a competition against others. It's a journey of self-improvement. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of your starting point or the obstacles you face. Buddha wisely stated, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." Your inner thoughts shape your reality, so choose them wisely. Now, let's embark on this journey together and uncover the strategies that will help you master the game of life. Beliefs and attitudes fundamentally shape your life experience. In the game of life, cultivating a mindset of growth, gratitude, and resilience is essential. Remember, this game isn't about traditional winning. It's about learning, evolving, and making progress each day. There's no final destination where everything is perfect. The journey itself is the reward. The more you embrace this process, the more fulfilled you'll become. As Confucius wisely said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." Persistence is crucial, and as long as you keep moving forward, you're on the right path. Now, let's talk about the law of prosperity. True prosperity goes beyond financial wealth. It encompasses living a life rich in purpose, fulfillment, and gratitude. In Stoicism, prosperity isn't measured by material possessions, but by the richness of our inner lives and the quality of our thoughts. Seneca said, Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This reminds us that real prosperity stems from a mindset of contentment and effectively managing what we already possess rather than constantly chasing more. A key aspect of this law is understanding how our thoughts shape our reality. If you focus on what you lack, whether it's money, success, or relationships, you'll feel perpetually unsatisfied. Conversely, when you shift your focus to what you have and cultivate gratitude, you open yourself up to greater abundance. This doesn't mean abandoning your ambitions or neglecting financial growth. It's about recognizing that the foundation of prosperity begins within. Consider someone who fixates on accumulating wealth, believing it will bring happiness. Even if they achieve financial success, they may still feel unfulfilled if they've neglected relationships, personal growth, or health. In contrast, a person who practices gratitude, regardless of whether their circumstances are modest or abundant, experiences peace and satisfaction. This embodies the Stoic belief that true wealth is found in appreciating the present and finding joy in what you already possess. A powerful demonstration of this principle is the act of giving. The Stoics believe that giving and receiving are interconnected. Generosity creates a flow of abundance. When you give, be it your time, resources, or knowledge, you create space for prosperity to return to you in unexpected ways. Seneca noted, "No man was ever wise by chance," which underscores that wise decisions, including acts of generosity, stem from a conscious understanding of life, not random luck. Prosperity is about how you use what you have. Think of someone with substantial financial success who feels overwhelmed and disconnected. They may possess material wealth, but without emotional or spiritual well-being, they aren't truly prosperous. The Stoics argue that real prosperity lies in living in alignment with your values, understanding what matters, and using your resources, be they financial, emotional, or intellectual, to create a meaningful life. The law of prosperity also teaches us to trust the process and be patient. As Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Just as grapes need time to blossom, bear fruit, and ripen, prosperity grows through time, effort, and persistence. If you plant seeds of effort in your career, relationships, or personal development, those seeds will flourish if nurtured and given time. Equally important is balancing effort with surrender. While hard work and goal setting are vital, it's also crucial to trust that the universe will support your endeavors. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what's within your control and letting go of what isn't. Seneca observed that true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. By doing your best in the moment and releasing attachment to specific outcomes, you create space for prosperity to unfold naturally. Lastly, prosperity is about living a life of purpose. It's not simply about accumulating wealth, it's about using your resources to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The fruit of this life is a good character and acts for the common good." This Stoic teaching reminds us that the true value of prosperity lies in how we contribute to the world around us through kindness, pursuing our passions, or being a positive influence in our communities. In conclusion, the law of prosperity is about more than just financial success. It's about cultivating an abundant mindset, giving generously, and living with purpose. The Stoics teach us that true wealth comes from within, rooted in gratitude, patience, and the mindful use of our resources. By focusing on what you have and using it to create a meaningful life, you unlock the door to prosperity in all its forms. The power of words. Words hold incredible power in shaping our reality. In the game of life, the language you use, both with yourself and with others, acts as a command to the universe. The Stoics understood this profoundly, emphasizing the importance of speaking wisely. As Epictetus said, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." This highlights the necessity of mindfulness in communication. Your words can either uplift you or drag you down, depending on how you choose to use them. Think of your words as seeds. Every time you speak, you plant something, whether positive or negative. If you sow seeds of doubt, fear, or negativity, you will see those elements grow in your life. Conversely, if you choose to plant seeds of encouragement, positivity, and love, you'll cultivate a richer, more fulfilling reality. This is where the Stoic principle of controlling what is within your power becomes crucial. While you can't control everything that happens in life, you can control what you express. Consider how a single negative comment can ruin your day, even when everything else is going well. That's the power of words. They affect not just others, but you too. If you continually tell yourself, they affect not just others, but you too. If you continually tell yourself, I'm not good enough, you'll start to believe it and act in ways that align with that belief. In contrast, affirming your strengths and capabilities can shift your confidence and approach to challenges. Marcus Aurelius noted that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. And since words are an extension of those thoughts, they significantly influence your mental and emotional well-being. Choosing your words carefully can lead to a more peaceful and empowered life. In relationships, communication is the cornerstone of trust and connection. The words you use with loved ones can either strengthen bonds or cause rifts. A moment of anger, fueled by thoughtless speech, can damage a relationship for a long time. Seneca wisely remarked, "Speech is the mirror of the mind," reminding us that what we say reflects our internal state. When we are calm and collected, our words will mirror that clarity. However, if we're angry or frustrated, those emotions can manifest in harmful ways. Equally important is the power of silence. Sometimes, choosing not to speak is the wisest course of action. Silence allows you to reflect, gather your thoughts, and respond from a place of calm rather than reacting impulsively. As Buddha said, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. When used thoughtfully, silence can be a powerful tool to avoid unnecessary conflict and preserve harmony. Words also play a crucial role in manifesting your goals. The law of attraction, which aligns with Stoic teachings about focusing on what you can control, emphasizes that the language you use can either attract or repel your desires. When you speak about your goals with confidence and clarity, you set the stage for their realization. In contrast, discussing your dreams with doubt or negativity only pushes them further away. In professional settings, the power of words is evident in how leaders communicate with their teams. A leader who employs positive and empowering language can inspire their team to achieve great things, while one who uses harsh or negative words fosters a toxic environment. Ultimately, words shape the culture around us, both at work and in our personal lives. The Stoics remind us that our speech reflects our inner state, and by controlling our words, we have the power to shape the environment we create. In conclusion, harnessing the power of words is essential for cultivating a fulfilling life. Choose your language wisely, speak with intention, and watch how it transforms your reality and relationships. The ripple effect of words. Finally, it's crucial to remember that words have a ripple effect. What you say to someone today can influence not just them, but also everyone they interact with. A kind word can uplift someone, who then passes that positivity on to others. Conversely, negative or hurtful remarks can create lasting impacts, spreading tension and disharmony through your social circle. In conclusion, the power of words is one of the most significant tools at your disposal in the game of life. The Stoics teach us to communicate mindfully, understanding that our words carry weight and can shape our reality. Whether speaking to others or to yourself, the words you choose can either build people up or tear them down. So choose wisely, speak with intention, and remember that sometimes silence can be the most powerful form of communication. The law of non-resistance. The law of non-resistance is about learning to flow with life rather than fighting against it. When we resist circumstances, people, or emotions, we create unnecessary tension and struggle. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control the external world, we can control our reactions to it. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Non-resistance involves accepting life as it comes and responding with calmness rather than trying to force things to go our way. Imagine resistance as swimming against a strong current. The harder you fight the flow, the more exhausted you become, and the less progress you make. But when you allow yourself to go with the current, the journey becomes much smoother and easier. This doesn't mean you should be passive. Rather, it's about recognizing when it's more productive to adapt and adjust instead of resisting. A common example of non-resistance is dealing with change. Many fear change because it disrupts comfort and introduces uncertainty. However, change is a natural part of life, and resisting it only adds to your stress. The Stoics taught that the universe is in constant flux, and our ability to adapt to change is key to maintaining peace of mind. As Marcus Aurelius noted, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Accepting the inevitability of change liberates you from the frustration of trying to keep everything the same. Non-resistance is particularly powerful when dealing with difficult people or situations. If you find yourself in conflict, whether at work or in personal life, resisting the situation by becoming defensive or trying to control the other person often escalates the conflict. Instead, if you approach the issue with acceptance, acknowledging that you can control your response but not their actions, you maintain your peace and improve your chances of resolution. Seneca wisely said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Much of our suffering stems from the mental resistance we create rather than the situations themselves. This principle also applies to emotions. The Stoics believed that resisting emotions like anger, sadness, or fear only intensifies them. Instead, we should observe our emotions without judgment, allowing them to pass through us. Epictetus taught that emotions are natural. What matters is how we choose to engage with them. If you suppress or deny your feelings, they often grow stronger. But if you accept them and allow yourself to experience them without resistance, they will lose their power over you. Consider non-resistance in the context of personal goals and ambitions. Often, when we become too attached to a specific outcome, we create resistance by trying to force things to happen, leading to frustration when things don't go as planned. However, if you approach your goals with a mindset of non-resistance, doing your best while remaining open to different possibilities, you allow opportunities to flow to you more naturally. Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher, said, "By letting go, it all gets done." This reflects the idea that stepping back and releasing your need for control can be the key to achieving what you want. An essential aspect of non-resistance is learning to let go of the past. Holding on to grudges or regrets only weighs you down and hinders your progress. By practicing non-resistance, you can free yourself from these burdens and create space for new opportunities and growth. Letting go of the past. Holding on to past mistakes is a form of resistance that keeps you trapped in a negative cycle. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on the present moment, recognizing that the past is beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live." This reminds us that clinging to the past robs us of present opportunities. Non-resistance also plays a critical role in our physical health and well-being. Stress often arises from resisting life's circumstances, be it a looming deadline or unexpected challenges. When you fight against these pressures, your body responds with tension, which can lead to burnout or health issues. In contrast, practicing non-resistance allows you to approach challenges with a calm and accepting mindset, ultimately reducing stress and enhancing your overall well-being. In relationships, non-resistance means accepting others as they are, rather than trying to change them. It's essential to recognize that while you can't control others' behaviors, you can control how you respond to them. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful actions. Rather, it's about understanding that you cannot force someone to think or act a certain way. Epictetus captured this sentiment beautifully. "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are." By embracing this philosophy, you can maintain tranquility in your relationships, even when others don't meet your expectations. Embracing non-resistance. In conclusion, the law of non-resistance is about flowing with life instead of fighting against it. The Stoics teach us that resistance leads to suffering, while acceptance brings peace. By embracing change, accepting your emotions, and letting go of the need to control everything, you pave the way for a life filled with greater ease and fulfillment. Non-resistance isn't about giving up. It's about adapting, growing, and finding harmony with life's natural flow. The laws of karma and forgiveness. The laws of karma and forgiveness are deeply connected concepts that highlight the significance of our actions and the power of letting go. Karma operates on the principle that every action has consequences, whether positive or negative. The Stoics shared a similar belief, emphasizing that our choices create ripples, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of others. Epictetus expressed it well. What is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated, tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. This illustrates how our behavior shapes our inner peace and life's trajectory. The law of karma teaches that our actions matter. the energy we put out into the world often returns to us in unexpected ways. If you approach life with kindness, integrity, and generosity, you're likely to attract those same qualities in return. Conversely, acting out of selfishness or anger can bring stress and negativity back into your life. Seneca noted, "Every wrongdoing is punished, though the punishment may be invisible," reminding us that even if negative actions seem consequence-free at first, their effects will eventually be felt. Consider how this principle manifests in everyday life. People who consistently exude kindness and positivity often find good things coming their way, while those who dwell in negativity tend to attract conflict. This is karma in action. The Stoics believed we have control over our actions, and by choosing the path of virtue, we create a more fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." In other words, focus on living with integrity, and karma will take care of itself. Forgiveness is another crucial aspect of this discussion. The Stoics taught that holding on to anger and resentment ultimately harms us. Epictetus wisely suggested, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger." This reflects the Stoic belief that forgiveness is essential for inner peace. By forgiving others, you liberate yourself from the emotional burdens of the past and open the door to healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or forgetting what happened. It's about releasing your emotional attachment to the hurt. When we refuse to forgive, we carry that burden with us, affecting our mood, decisions, and relationships. Nelson Mandela famously said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies." This perfectly encapsulates the truth that holding on to anger harms only the one who clings to it. Embracing the laws of karma and forgiveness empowers you to create a more peaceful, fulfilling life, allowing you to let go of what no longer serves you and to focus on what truly matters. Imagine a scenario where someone has wronged you, whether in a professional setting or a personal relationship. Initially, it might feel justified to hold on to that anger. However, over time, this resentment only burdens you. You may find yourself replaying the incident repeatedly, growing more frustrated as the days pass. The Stoic perspective encourages us to acknowledge that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control our responses. By choosing to forgive, we lighten our emotional load and reclaim our peace of mind. In the journey of life, forgiveness is an essential skill. The Stoics believe that life is too precious to waste on grudges or unresolved conflicts. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This suggests that rather than retaliating, the most empowering way to move forward is to live according to your values. Forgiving others does not mean condoning their actions. It means refusing to let their behavior dictate your life. Importantly, the concept of forgiveness also extends to how we treat ourselves. Often, the hardest person to forgive is ourselves, for past mistakes, missed opportunities, or regrettable actions. The Stoics remind us that while we should strive for self-improvement, we must also practice self-compassion. Seneca stated, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that things are difficult." This underscores that self-forgiveness is a powerful tool for overcoming challenges and progressing in life. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean overlooking your mistakes. It means recognizing them, learning from them, and releasing the guilt or shame attached to them. Carrying around regret can paralyze you, hindering positive change. By practicing self-forgiveness, you open the door to growth and a better version of yourself. In relationships, forgiveness can be transformative. When you forgive others, you create space for healing, even if the relationship itself does not continue. As Mahatma Gandhi pointed out, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." In Stoic philosophy, true strength lies in managing your emotions and acting virtuously, even in challenging situations. In conclusion, both the laws of karma and forgiveness teach us that our actions and attitudes shape our lives. The Stoics remind us that living with virtue and integrity creates positive ripples in the world. By forgiving both ourselves and others, we free ourselves from past burdens and can move forward with clarity and peace. Together, these principles show us that in the game of life, we have the power to shape our reality through our choices and the grace of letting go, casting the burden, Casting the burden involves letting go of the emotional, mental, or even spiritual weights that hinder our progress in life. In Stoic philosophy, this aligns closely with accepting what lies beyond our control, while focusing on what we can influence. Epicurus advised us to make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This wisdom serves as a reminder that many burdens, worries, fears, regrets often do not belong to us. Learning to cast off these burdens is vital for a peaceful and purposeful life. Carrying unnecessary emotional weight is akin to running a race with a heavy backpack. Each step becomes increasingly difficult, potentially leaving you unable to move forward. Casting the burden means recognizing what weighs you down and consciously deciding to release it. This doesn't imply neglecting responsibilities, but rather detaching emotionally from what we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius observed that how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it. Often, the weight of our burdens is more harmful than the original situation. Think back to a time when you were consumed by worry over something beyond your control, whether it was a job interview outcome, a conflict with a loved one, or uncertainty about the future. Such worry likely drained your energy, clouded your judgment, and prevented you from enjoying the present. The Stoics teach that the only true control we possess lies in our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, other people's opinions and the outcomes of events, is beyond our influence. When we accept that many things are beyond our control, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary worry. Casting off burdens also means letting go of the emotional baggage we carry from the past. Many of us get trapped in cycles of regret, guilt, or unresolved feelings about what has already happened. Clinging to these emotions can prevent us from moving forward and seizing new opportunities. As Seneca wisely remarked, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." This Stoic perspective reminds us that while life is filled with challenges, our responses to those challenges define our experiences. Letting go of past burdens is crucial for leading a fulfilling life. One powerful way to cast off these weights is by releasing rigid expectations. We often create stress for ourselves by holding on to specific ideas about how things should unfold, be it in our relationships, at work, or in pursuit of our personal goals. When reality doesn't align with our expectations, we can feel disappointed, frustrated, or defeated. The Stoics taught that by accepting life as it is, rather than how we wish it to be, we can find peace. Epicurus advised, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will." This mindset embodies the essence of casting the burden, relinquishing our desire for control and trusting the natural flow of life. Another vital aspect of this principle is surrendering to a higher power, or the universe. While Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance, it also acknowledges that greater forces are at work. Marcus Aurelius expressed this beautifully. "Everything harmonizes with me, which is harmonious to thee, O universe. Nothing for me is too early nor too late if it be timely for thee." This teaching highlights our connection to a larger whole and suggests that sometimes we must entrust our burdens to a higher power, trusting that the universe will manage what lies beyond our control. In relationships, casting off burdens can be incredibly liberating. Many people carry the weight of trying to change others, control their behavior, or achieve perfection in their connections. This pressure can lead to frustration and conflict. As Stoicism teaches, we cannot control others. We can only control ourselves. By letting go of the need to change someone else, we create space for acceptance and healthier relationships. Seneca advised us to associate with those who uplift us, which means recognizing that we cannot bear the responsibility for someone else's growth or happiness. When we consider our health and well-being, casting off burdens becomes even more critical. Stress, anxiety, and emotional strain often manifest physically, leading to fatigue, headaches, or more serious health issues. Holding on to burdens creates tension in both our minds and bodies. Stoicism teaches that by releasing these weights, through mindfulness, reflection, or acceptance, we can restore balance and enhance our well-being. Epicurus reminded us that we are not disturbed by things, but by our views of them, indicating that much of our stress is self-imposed. By shifting our mindset, we can lighten the mental load that holds us back. Importantly, Casting off burdens does not mean avoiding responsibility or abandoning our goals. It means understanding what is within our control and directing our energy there, rather than trying to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can do today and trust that everything else will unfold as it should. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." This wisdom urges us to live fully in the present, giving our best effort without fretting over what lies beyond our reach. In conclusion, casting off burdens involves letting go of the emotional, mental, and spiritual weights that hinder our ability to live peacefully and meaningfully. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control everything, we can focus on what is within our power and release the rest. Whether it's letting go of past regrets, managing our expectations, or surrendering to the flow of life, casting off burdens is an essential step in mastering the game of life. Love. A Stoic perspective. Love, in all its forms, is one of the most profound forces in life. While Stoicism is often associated with emotional detachment and rational thinking, it also acknowledges the vital role love plays as both a guiding principle and a source of strength. For the Stoics, love transcends romantic relationships. It includes compassion, friendship, and a deep connection to humanity. Marcus Aurelius observed that our lives are shaped by our thoughts, but it is love that carries us through life's transitions. Guided by reason and virtue, love helps us navigate both the joys and challenges we encounter. At the heart of Stoic love is the concept of agape, an unconditional love that extends to all people. This form of love is selfless and rooted in shared humanity and mutual respect. The Stoics believe that love should be grounded in virtue, meaning it is compassionate and focused on the well-being of others. Seneca wisely noted, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness," reminding us that love should not be reserved for a select few, but should be a lens through which we view the world. One powerful way to understand love in the context of Stoicism is through the lens of community and connection. The Stoics emphasized our interconnectedness, suggesting that our actions impact not only ourselves, but also those around us. In this view, love becomes the thread that weaves society together. It's about recognizing that we belong to a shared human family, and our actions should reflect a commitment to the common good. As Marcus Aurelius put it, "What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee," highlighting that individual well-being is intertwined with the collective. In relationships, love is not about possession or control. It is about mutual respect and growth. The Stoics believe that the healthiest relationships foster personal development and virtue. Epictetus advised us to love only what happens, encouraging us to embrace others not for their perfection, but for their shared humanity. By accepting people as they are and supporting their growth, we build connections based on understanding rather than unrealistic expectations. Self-love is also a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy. This is not about selfishness, but rather about valuing and respecting yourself. The Stoics taught that to love others fully, you must first cultivate love and compassion for yourself. This involves accepting your flaws, learning from your mistakes, and being patient with your own journey. Seneca reminded us that we are more often frightened than hurt, illustrating that much of our self-criticism is unnecessary. To love yourself means treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a dear friend. Another essential aspect of love in Stoicism is the idea of detachment. This does not imply being cold or indifferent. Rather, it means loving without clinging. The Stoics understood that everything in life is transient, and we must be prepared to let go of those we love, not from a lack of care, but to avoid the suffering that attachment can bring. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This approach teaches us to cherish our relationships while recognizing their impermanence. Forgiveness is also a vital component of love. The Stoics believe that holding on to anger or resentment harms both the individual and the relationship. Seneca noted that true strength lies in the ability to forgive, allowing love to flourish rather than suffocating it with bitterness. Ultimately, love is a powerful force that propels us toward our higher purpose. Whether it's love for a partner, a friend, or humanity at large, it motivates us to align with our values and contribute to the greater good. Albert Schweitzer, the Nobel Peace Prize-winning humanitarian, said, Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. This reflects the idea that approaching life with love, whether in our work, relationships, or personal growth, naturally leads to fulfillment. In conclusion, love in the Stoic sense is a transformative force that enriches every aspect of life. The Stoics remind us that love is not about possession or control, but about compassion, acceptance, and mutual respect. Through loving others, nurturing self-love, and contributing to the common good, we find meaning and navigate life's challenges. By practicing love with wisdom and detachment, we can cultivate a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. Love, a Stoic perspective. Love, in all its forms, is one of the most profound forces in life. While Stoicism is often associated with emotional detachment and rational thinking, it also acknowledges the vital role love plays as both a guiding principle and a source of strength. For the Stoics, love transcends romantic relationships. It includes compassion, friendship, and a deep connection to humanity. Marcus Aurelius observed that our lives are shaped by our thoughts, but it is love that carries us through life's transitions. Guided by reason and virtue, love helps us navigate both the joys and challenges we encounter. At the heart of Stoic love is the concept of agape, an unconditional love that extends to all people. This form of love is selfless and rooted in shared humanity and mutual respect. The Stoics believe that love should be grounded in virtue, meaning it is compassionate and focused on the well-being of others. Seneca wisely noted, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness," reminding us that love should not be reserved for a select few, but should be a lens through which we view the world. One powerful way to understand love in the context of Stoicism is through the lens of community and connection. The Stoics emphasized our interconnectedness, suggesting that our actions impact not only ourselves, but also those around us. In this view, love becomes the thread that weaves society together. It's about recognizing that we belong to a shared human family, and our actions should reflect a commitment to the common good. As Marcus Aurelius put it, "What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee," highlighting that individual well-being is intertwined with the collective. In relationships, love is not about possession or control. It is about mutual respect and growth. The Stoics believe that the healthiest relationships foster personal development and virtue. Epictetus advised us to love only what happens, encouraging us to embrace others not for their perfection, but for their shared humanity. By accepting people as they are and supporting their growth, we build connections based on understanding rather than unrealistic expectations. Self-love is also a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy. This is not about selfishness, but rather about valuing and respecting yourself. The Stoics taught that to love others fully, you must first cultivate love and compassion for yourself. This involves accepting your flaws, learning from your mistakes, and being patient with your own journey. Seneca reminded us that we are more often frightened than hurt, illustrating that much of our self-criticism is unnecessary. To love yourself means treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a dear friend. Another essential aspect of love in Stoicism is the idea of detachment. This does not imply being cold or indifferent. Rather, it means loving without clinging. The Stoics understood that everything in life is transient, and we must be prepared to let go of those we love, not from a lack of care, but to avoid the suffering that attachment can bring. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This approach teaches us to cherish our relationships while recognizing their impermanence. Forgiveness is also a vital component of love. The Stoics believe that holding on to anger or resentment harms both the individual and the relationship. Seneca noted that true strength lies in the ability to forgive, allowing love to flourish rather than suffocating it with bitterness. Ultimately, love is a powerful force that propels us toward our higher purpose. Whether it's love for a partner, a friend, or humanity at large, it motivates us to align with our values and contribute to the greater good. Albert Schweitzer, the Nobel Peace Prize-winning humanitarian, said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful." This reflects the idea that approaching life with love, whether in our work, relationships, or personal growth, naturally leads to fulfillment. In conclusion, love in the Stoic sense is a transformative force that enriches every aspect of life. The Stoics remind us that love is not about possession or control, but about compassion, acceptance, and mutual respect. Through loving others, nurturing self-love, and contributing to the common good, we find meaning and navigate life's challenges. By practicing love with wisdom and detachment, we can cultivate a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. Intuition and guidance. Intuition is a powerful and essential aspect of a fulfilling life, as recognized by the Stoics. While they prioritized rational thought and reason, they also valued the importance of listening to our inner voice. Epictetus taught that we possess an innate ability to discern what is within our control and what is not. This inner wisdom can help us make decisions that align with our true values and purpose. Often described as a gut feeling, intuition can signal when something feels right or wrong, even in the absence of concrete evidence. The Stoics believe that although reason is crucial for sound decision-making, intuition is a vital compass that can guide us toward what is best for us. Marcus Aurelius famously noted, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This encapsulates the idea that we often have an inherent understanding of right and wrong, even when we struggle to articulate it. In life's journey, intuition serves as a guiding light, steering us toward choices that resonate with our deepest selves, even when those choices defy conventional logic. Many people have experienced moments when they've sensed something amiss with a new acquaintance, despite lacking clear evidence. This intuition often taps into subtle cues, body language, tone, and energy that our conscious minds might overlook. The Stoics taught that by heeding our inner guidance, we can navigate life's complexities more effectively. Seneca asserted that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, suggesting that when we prepare ourselves through reason and self-discipline, our intuition can direct us to the right opportunities at the right times. Intuition can also be seen as a form of inner wisdom shaped by our experiences and values. The more we live in accordance with our core beliefs, the more our intuition sharpens. When we practice listening to our inner voice, we build confidence in our ability to face life's challenges. Epictetus encouraged us to trust our judgment, asserting that we should embody our philosophy rather than merely explain it. This means that our intuition, shaped by our values, can often provide better guidance than external opinions. In relationships, intuition is vital for recognizing compatibility. Sometimes logic suggests a perfect match, yet intuition may sense that something is off. Conversely, we might feel an unexplainable connection with someone, guided by our intuition to pursue it. The Stoics remind us to trust this inner guidance, as it often leads us to deeper, more fulfilling connections. However, it's crucial to balance intuition with reason. While intuition is a valuable asset, it can be clouded by fear, insecurity, or past experiences. It's essential to examine our gut feelings and discern whether they stem from wisdom or emotional bias. Marcus Aurelius advised us to look inward, emphasizing that strength arises from self-reflection. In the professional realm, many successful individuals credit their achievements to following their instincts, even in the face of doubt. Albert Einstein claimed that the only real valuable thing is intuition, highlighting that some of life's most transformative decisions arise from trusting our inner guidance, even when it contradicts conventional wisdom. The Stoics emphasize self-reflection as a practice to strengthen our intuition. By regularly examining our thoughts and actions, we deepen our connection to our inner wisdom. Marcus Aurelius noted that one can find tranquility and guidance within oneself, free from external distractions. In those quiet moments of reflection, our true path often becomes clearer. In conclusion, intuition is a crucial tool in navigating life. The Stoics teach us that while reason is essential, we must also heed our inner voice, as it often leads us toward our best selves. When intuition is combined with self-reflection and wisdom, it can guide us through difficult decisions, relationships, and opportunities. By trusting our inner guidance, we align ourselves more closely with our true purpose, leading to greater fulfillment, perfect self-expression, and the divine design. Perfect self-expression, or what some call the divine design, is about living authentically and fulfilling your unique potential. In Stoicism, this concept aligns with living according to nature and understanding your role in the universe with virtue and integrity. Epictetus famously stated, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This profound insight encourages us to embrace our true selves rather than conforming to external definitions of success. At the core of perfect self-expression is the belief that everyone has a unique purpose. This isn't about destiny or fate, but rather about recognizing the skills, passions, and strengths that define who we are, and using them to serve ourselves and others. The Stoics believed that living in harmony with our nature leads to fulfillment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Our vocation is to be a good person, which involves living virtuously and contributing to the greater good while remaining true to our principles." In today's world, achieving perfect self-expression can be challenging. We often encounter societal pressures and expectations that distract us from our true selves, pushing us to seek validation from outside sources. The Stoics encourage us to look inward and focus on our individual paths, rather than comparing ourselves to others. Seneca noted, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that they are difficult." This insight suggests that many struggles stem from our fear of fully expressing who we are. Consider the people you admire: leaders, artists, entrepreneurs. What often sets them apart is not just their talent, but their courage to live authentically. They refuse to fit into predefined molds and instead forge their own paths. Albert Einstein observed that while those who follow the crowd rarely achieve greatness, those who venture alone often discover uncharted territories. Perfect self-expression also requires self-awareness. The Stoics emphasize knowing your strengths, weaknesses, passions, and values. Epictetus advised, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." This principle goes beyond appearance. It's about how you show up in the world. When you understand your true self, you can express that authenticity, avoiding the trap of external validation. It's essential to recognize that perfect self-expression is a journey, not a destination. We do not arrive fully formed with all the answers overnight. Instead, self-expression is an ongoing process of growth and discovery. The Stoics teach that life is about continuous improvement. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This emphasizes that perfect self-expression is less about achieving perfection and more about the pursuit of becoming your best self. In relationships, perfect self-expression means being honest and open about who you are, rather than trying to conform to what you think others want. The Stoics believe that true connections stem from authenticity. When you express yourself fully, you invite others to do the same, fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. As Marcus Aurelius stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," a principle that extends to relationships as well. Taking risks is also a vital aspect of perfect self-expression. We often hesitate to express ourselves fully due to fears of rejection, failure, or criticism. The Stoics remind us that while these fears are natural, they should not deter us from living authentically. Epictetus said that to improve, we must be willing to be seen as foolish at times. Embracing our true selves, despite potential doubts from others, is part of the journey. In the context of career and personal goals, perfect self-expression involves aligning your work with your passions and values. When you pursue what you love and stay true to yourself, work transcends mere obligation and becomes a form of self-expression. Steve Jobs famously noted that, "To find true satisfaction in your work, you must love what you do." This illustrates that perfect self-expression is about more than creativity. It's about living in a way that resonates with your core beliefs. In summary, perfect self-expression, or the divine design, is about living in alignment with your true self. The Stoics teach us that fulfillment comes from knowing who we are, embracing our unique purpose, and expressing it fully. Whether in relationships, work, or personal growth, the journey toward perfect self-expression is one of self-awareness, courage, and authenticity. By adhering to our values and staying true to our nature, we create a life that is not only successful, but deeply meaningful. Thank you for joining us today on Stoic Pathways. I hope these insights on navigating life resonate with you. Remember, life is a journey filled with challenges and growth. The Stoic teachings offer timeless guidance for living with grace, wisdom, and resilience. Focus on what you can control, let go of burdens, and strive for authenticity and purpose. The game of life isn't about perfection. It's about progress and finding fulfillment in the journey. If this episode resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Pathways for more wisdom on living a grounded and empowered life. Until next time, stay strong, stay present, and keep playing the game of life with a Stoic mindset.